A trail in Tuolumne County is honoring military veterans by telling their stories of courage and sacrifice.
So Cody took the Caravan to Twain Harte, where he is making his first stop of the morning. Hey, Cody.
First stop. That's right, our first stop. We're going to try to get to 4 different locations as we go through the show today. But let's have everybody introduce themselves and tell us about your service.
I'm Deb Askew, and I retired from the Air Force in 2012 at 35 years. I was a traditional reservist. However, I always like to say it took me 35 years to get a 20-year retirement. So I retired with full benefits. And in 2012, I raised my children here. We moved. My husband was active duty, and we came out here when Somerville had an ROTC program. So I commuted. I was in Korea. I started in Travis, my military career, and I ended in Travis.
Oh, wow.
So I started enlisted, and I retired as an 06.
Amazing. Thank you for your service.
Hi, my name's Jennifer Brewster, and live here in Tuolumne County my whole life. And I was in the Army. I was a chaplain's assistant in Korea and Fort Bragg, North Carolina. And I'm a teacher in Stockton now.
Yeah.
That's my life.
We're coming to Frank last.
Good morning. My name is Crystal Wolkin, and I am a 6th-generation Tuolumne County local. I enlisted. It was the first time I really left Tuolumne County at 18 years old. Went to boot camp in Chicago, Illinois. Did 4 years in the service and at Sugi, Japan, on board the USS Kitty Hawk. Got out of the service in 2003. Got a bachelor's, got a master's. Now a nurse practitioner. Moved back home to Tuolumne County and still serving.
And on the Kitty Hawk, did you meet somebody special on the Kitty Hawk?
I did. I met a handsome fella that I'm still married to. Yes, I'm very blessed. I have a husband of 25 years and 2 beautiful kids.
Fantastic, fantastic. This is my friend Frank. So Frank, you and I met when you dedicated this.
Yeah.
I was here for that.
Yeah.
Why was that so important to do this?
Well, you got to dedicate it to make it. I don't know. Why do we dedicate things so just people will remember it?
Yeah.
And this is, with Lisa here, memorials are tourist attractions. And so we're hoping that's what this will be for Twain Harte, to pull people into Twain Harte. But I think it's just important to recognize veterans for what they've done. And there's no such thing for me as too much recognition.
Yeah.
That's why I built 4 memorials here. And I don't have anyone else to build memorials to now, so I'm done. But it's a community effort. I don't do anything. I just coordinate everything. It all comes together, and the ladies help raise money and help with the design. That's the only way you can do it.
And this one's very special because there's not one like this anywhere else.
Not in the state of California.
Really?
We just couldn't find one, and I'm still to this day. So sooner or later, someone says, "Oh no, Frank, I know where this one." So I was hesitant to say the first one. But you know what? No one's found one.
Yeah.
And now they are building another one in Los Angeles National Cemetery. They're building a $450,000 one down there. And the lady called me and says, "Would you be a consultant on that?" I said, "I got $65,000 in mind, and you're building a $450,000. I don't think there's much I can tell you, But I was honored that she asked me to, It's great. This needed to be done.
It did need to be done.
It needs to be done in every community.
Yeah, it does.
It needs to be done.
Thank you all for your service. We appreciate it. We're going to go to a next spot. You're going to take us next one. Where are we going to next?
To Tuolumne. Tuolumne City.
Okay.
And it's a township is what it is. They call it a township. The Veterans Hall and the 9/11 Global War on Terrorism Memorial.
Okay.
Beautiful memorial.
By the way, if you ever get a chance, get together with some women that have been in the military, and I'm telling you, they got some stories. They got some stories.
Absolutely.
They got some stories. I think we should all get together and do another thing. But this is our first stop. We're going to go through. But go to visittuolumne.com. They've got the map right there. You can do it any time, but today, it's a good day to do it. And I think it might be a lot of fun for people if you don't have plans today. But take the tour with us. All right, back to you guys in the studio.
Thank you, Code.
It's cool. Thank you, Code.
And welcome back, Cody's Caravan. We're now in Tuolumne City. Tuolumne City, Frank.
Township.
Tuolumne Township, but it says about Tuolumne City on the sign. They got to figure that
They
out.
need to change that, yes.
Okay, so where are we right now? What is this?
Well, we're at the Veterans Hall in downtown in the Tuolumne Township. And we're at the 9/11 Global War on Terrorism Memorial. We built a couple of years ago here. and beautiful. It's a big memorial, and it's built to be a event venue. You could have a band up here and dance out here, or do a wedding, do religious ceremonies. And of course, we always do our Veterans Day and Memorial Day ceremonies here. And also do 9/11 ceremony here also.
So it's also a place to gather.
Yeah,
so people can gather. Let's go up here real quick and show them this box.
Yes.
Because this is incredible.
This took me 2.5 years to compile these 3 authentic artifacts, documented artifacts from 9/11. Piece of construction, limestone from the Pentagon crash site, piece of steel from the Twin Towers, and a rock from Shanksville, Pennsylvania farm field where Flight 93 went down.
Amazing.
And I didn't want to lock those away in a vault where people could see them. I want people to see them. They're emotional. They're part of that day. So I had this specially built container built with bulletproof glass on it. Now, it's a shame that I have to do that.
Yeah.
But you have to do it.
Yeah, you have to do it.
You have to do it. So I wanted those where people can see them because they're so meaningful to our society. And it was worth all the effort that it took to get it, believe me. It really was.
We have to introduce folks to Christine. She is the artist that put this together. And let me tell you, you get a chance, if you go to a dinner party and you see her in the room, slide up next to her because she is the most fascinating woman. You were in the military for how long?
I was in the military for 10 years, 2 months, and 3 days.
Not that you were counting.
Not that I was counting, that's right.
And you've gone on to do amazing things. We don't even have enough time in a 4-hour show to tell these things. But your artwork here, this actually was a piece that you started in the 80s.
Yes. Yes, I actually started drawing this with pen and ink in 1980, I think it was 1989. And I finished it up, and the original is owned by my father-in-law.
Really?
Yeah, he was so tickled pink that he got to own that, so he still has it.
Oh, that's amazing. To be a part of this as a veteran, it must have been very emotional for you.
It really was. It was a great experience. It spanned, I want to say it was like, a couple years, 1.5 years, 2 years, and just getting the artwork down and making sure that we had the story right and making sure that we had every element say something about what the 9/11 memorial is supposed to be about. And so not just while I did the artwork, it having a group of us come together. And I remember, especially with Aaron Rasmussen, he's been over there. He's been to the sandbox, basically, as they call it, and being able to say which of these areas is going to tell a story and that I can put together on here that talks about what happened in different areas.
Yeah.
So it took a village.
Yeah. Thank you so much for your service. And this is beautiful. This is amazing. Frank, thank you so much, my friend. Thank you for your service. And your work is absolutely incredible, man. Absolutely incredible.
I've been fortunate to be able to do it.
Yeah.
And to have the community come together. Remember, I'm a Vietnam veteran, and we didn't know how we would be treated.
Yeah.
Because there were times when we weren't treated right. But people have done this. At one point in time, Tuolumne County had more veterans per capita than any county in California.
Get out of here.
I don't know if it's still that way, but at one time it was.
That's
so
amazing.
It's a very
amazing.
veteran-oriented community.
And we're going to continue our tour coming up. We're going to a different spot. But remember, go to visit Tuolumne.com. They've got a map so you can go to all these different spots. And not just today, but today's a good day to do it.
Sure.
But, 24/7, 365, whatever time you want to do it.
Absolutely.
Back to you guys in the studio.
Good stuff. Thank you, Cody.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Happy Veterans Day to you. We're taking a tour of Tuolumne County. Visit Tuolumne.com. They've got a map, and it will take you to 10 different locations. This is one of the locations. This is Standard Park. This is Lisa Dasco. Lisa, tell us a little bit about this project, because this is really touching.
Well, this is Sonora Sunrise Rotary 4th Annual Field of Honor, and we have all these flags out here. They're all dedicated to veterans, first responders, active duty military, and they're just out here flying for the 4 days over Veterans Weekend.
Yeah, and it is so amazing. So you sat out in October and was selling flags.
I was selling flags.
But you really were sucking in stories. Everybody that came up and bought a flag told you a story.
Everybody. I just couldn't believe it. The people that came up to me, the veterans, the families of veterans, they all came up and just sat there with me and told me their stories and some were crying and some were praying, and it was so emotional, and it was so patriotically filling.
Yeah.
It was really a wonderful experience.
I totally get that. So I made a deal with you. October, this coming up next October, you and I are going to sell some flags
We're
together.
Going to sell flags, and
I'm going to bring in
think
tissues because we're going to cry, sister. We're going to cry.
we're going to cry. Well, this year we had a goal of 300 flags. Last year we say sell, but we dedicate the flags because we put a little card on each one of the flags. And the flags were selling for $35, and at the end of the event, the flag is yours. But the dedication is really what you're paying for to put it out and you're in the field. So we wanted to do 300 this year, and we're at 325, and it's just been outstanding.
And the proceeds are going towards some great causes.
All of our proceeds with this event go to a military or first responder beneficiary. And the two that we chose this year were Horses of Warriors, which is a therapeutic horseback riding program that is in Jamestown, just south of here. And they take veterans and families and their active military, anybody going through mental stress, PTSD, any of those things, and they teach them how to ride horses and how to interact with an animal that you need to be calm with. You need to interact in a calm way, and it teaches them to do that, or it retrains them to do that, I guess.
I love it. Okay,
And
October, we got a date.
We got
a date. We got a date. I got to go over here because I want to hear a story real quick. Okay, Sally. Who is this gentleman? This is your flag.
Yes, this is one of the flags we're honoring. This is my great-great-grandfather, James Wiley, who was a Civil War veteran. He was on the side of the Confederacy, but because he was conscripted, he 2, maybe 3 times he went AWOL because he didn't want to fight for the South. He had moved his family up north, and they kept coming back and getting him and saying, Jim Wiley, you need to come back. And finally they just said, go home.
It's fantastic. All these flags have stories, and they have a scavenger hunt where you can go through and you'll learn things. Oh, it's so good. Standard Park?
Standard Park.
Where is that located?
Oh, it's between Sonora and the little town of Tuolumne.
Perfect.
So.
Perfect. Come on out here today. And remember, if you go to visit Tuolumne.com, they've got the map. You can do that anytime. Anytime. You don't have to do it today, but today is a special day. And if you get a chance to come out here and see this, it is so touching and so moving. All right, back to you guys in the studio. Got another spot for you coming up.
Oh, awesome.
Good
Thank
stuff.
you, Code.
Thank you, Code.
Cody's Caravan, we're live in Sonora this morning, wrapping up our tour. Once again, visit Tuolumne.com. They have this fantastic map where you can go to all these military-related things on this map. By the way, recognize this fella right here? We spent a lot of time with this morning. That is Frank, the fellow that put those memorials up that we
Very
showed you this
cool.
morning.
Wow,
That's
that's
Frank
cool.
back in the day. Handsome young lad.
Yeah.
Handsome young lad. This is my new best friend, Steve. I am telling you, you might have the best gig I've ever heard of.
Well, thank you.
This is amazing. You sit in here and people come in here and they tell you these amazing stories.
Yes, they do. And I'm blessed for them to do it. It's been, I've heard so many stories coming over the years, and it's just like, wow, they happen to tell me, I'm just nobody, but they happen to tell me their experience or something that just they remember from so long ago.
All the stuff that we find in here, all this stuff, all donated by people.
Yes. And I tell people, don't donate it, put it on loan. This way you can come get it anytime you want, and I keep records of everything, so I make sure it goes back to the rightful owner. So, and that's happened quite a few times, a shotgun or a flag or something like that, and I make sure it goes back to the rightful owner. Yeah.
You are amazing. You're my new favorite guy. Okay, in this case right here, something very special.
Yes.
Very special.
Medal of Honor, which is the highest medal America can bestow on an individual for valor, for bravery. And this gentleman right here, John Caviani, was a Green Beret in the Army, and he made a career of it. And when he was over in Vietnam, he did numerous acts to warrant the Medal of Honor for bravery, getting his men out. But he was captured, and he spent 2 years in North Vietnam in the prison Hanoi Hilton. But before that, he told me that he was in a small cage, and not very big, but every Tuesday or Wednesday night, they would bring it out and have the townspeople come by, and they would take sticks and poke them and all that kind of stuff. Then when he got into the Hanoi Hilton with other servicemen, it was a little bit better than being in that cage. Anyways, yeah, and he finally was released in March of 1973 and made it home. And he stayed in the service for 20 years, leaving the Army as a sergeant major. Yeah.
Fascinating. You get to hear that story in person. Okay, so the way the museum's set up, you come in, and notice it's a very small space, guys. So it actually, there's something about it that kind of surrounds you with patriotism.
Yeah, it kind of swallows you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, and to look at all these individuals, and even after I started volunteering in '97, after I retired, there was stuff after 2 years that I'd never seen, and I read it, and I thought, oh my God, when did this come in, Roger? When Roger was still the curator. And he goes, well, that's been there since day one. And I thought, I just never seen it. And there's so much now that you can read or look, and it's just like, it would take you quite a bit of time to look at everything.
Yeah, you totally can. By the way, guys, it's free 99. You can come in here and you can walk around this and you can get a piece of history of America.
Yep.
Free 99. It is an unbelievable museum. Make sure you call ahead because you guys got short hours.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah, but I'm telling you, go to visittuolumne.com. Check out this map. You will see parts of this county that you never thought you'd see. It is a really good thing. Thank you so much, man.
Thank you so
Appreciate
much
that.
yourself.
All right, back to you guys in the studio.
So cool they do that. They have the
Yeah,
whole
the whole
trail.
trail.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks, Cody.